Welcome to Perfect Word Media. My name is J. Monroe Johnson, and today is Thursday, June the 11th, 2026. I am videoing in front of the Monroe Compound, located at 10745 United States Highway 431 South, Albertville, Alabama, 35950. USA. I'll say that one more time. Welcome to Perfect Word Media. My name is J. Monroe Johnson, and today is Thursday, June the 11th, 2026, and I am videoing in front of the Monroe Compound located at 10745 United States Highway 431 South, Albertville, Alabama, 35950, USA. An extraordinary and audacious $15 million deadly real estate theft scheme was executed against my godly Southern family to steal our primest of prime commercial real property located at said address. Now, this is a theft scheme turned deadly whereby the officials of the state of Alabama and the city of Albertville killed a World War II war-disabled Navy veteran, high priest in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and great-grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm II, Germany's last emperor, Prussia's last king. His name was Roger, R-O-G-E-R, Coit, C-O-I-T, Chappell, C-H-A-P-P-E-L-L. My brother is the lead guitarist for the greatest Southern rock band of all time, Lynyrd Skynyrd. His name is Damon Rogers Johnson. He has a Wikipedia page. My mother's name is Eugenia Rogers Johnson Collins. Rogers is her maiden name. Johnson is her first marriage of approximately 30 years, and Collins, C-O-L-L-I-N-G-S, is her second and last marriage of also approximately 30 years. Rogers is our German surname. Her, Hofreister Rogers. Her, H-E-I-R, in German means heir, to inherit the title, or thereby the name. Her, Hofreister Rogers. Hofreister means court master, and Rogers in German means fame, F-A-M-E, by spear. So for the slow learners, what that means is my family inherited our German surname, our German title, our family title. Her, Hofreister Rogers, due to a family member and thereby a court master achieving fame by the spear of truth in a German court of law. We ask that you pray for the villains in this multi-million-dollar deadly land theft scheme that follows a $5 million cash extortion scheme by the same corrupt Alabama State and Albertville City officials. They hijacked a jury as detailed in case number 1051726, Federal Credit Incorporated, that's us, versus Greg Fuller, that's an attorney's son. And they extorted us, the officials, along with the crooked lawyers and the crooked judges and the crooked jury, and the crooked Charter Spectrum cable executives that provided less than honest testimony, all to rob my family by way of white male, white supremacy in Northeast Alabama. It's radical Baptist ideology, whereby they can, according to their beliefs, interpret the Bible to perceive anyone as a threat and thereby execute in the name of God slander, robbery, rape, and even murder. And again, in the name of the law and in the name of the Lord, according to these radical Baptist white male, white supremacists. They have white females that support them. It's one big domestic terrorist organization. And they also use a tactic that they've used for the last 160 years. The Ku Klux Klan was formed immediately after the Civil War ended in 1865, and they use a tactic known as comedic, as in comedy, comedic violence. You know, like a clown with a chainsaw. The Ku Klux Klan started with white men painting their faces either ghost white and or jet black, and then terrorizing not only the newly freed slaves in the South, but also any Caucasian American, any white American that supported the African American community being treated with dignity and not subjected to chattel slavery. It's alive and well in Northeast Alabama. And what's that? Domestic terror. And just like 160 years ago, when the Ku Klux Klan formed, the modern day KKK remain the same in that it is in essence Southern criminal officialdom. The corrupt judges, the corrupt sheriff, the corrupt all-white jury, the corrupt mayor, the corrupt chief of police, the corrupt district attorney, and in this case that's Stephen Troy Marshall, the former district attorney for Marshall County. That is now, unfortunately, the Alabama State Attorney General, yet he was not elected initially. He was appointed by criminal sex offender and former disgraced Alabama Governor Robert Bentley due to his oversexed office. You can Google that. The Alabama Governor Robert Bentley scandal. And he believed that Marshall County District Attorney Stephen Troy Marshall would be a fine choice as an appointed Attorney General after Luther Strange became the U.S. Senator and provided an opening for the Attorney General's office. It's crooked, and we're talking deadly crooked. We're not just talking about financial corruption. We're talking about officials executing targeted killings against taxpayers to steal millions of dollars in cash, and in this case, as detailed in the Alabama Supreme Court case number 1051726, a $5 million cash extortion scheme whereby they hijacked a jury. I was about to say they overran the jury. No, they hijacked the jury. Then they came back 7 years later because that case was ruled unanimously in our favor by the Supreme Court of Alabama, yet with no financial redress for us. We were not even refunded or reimbursed our near $200,000 legal defense fees. They wrangled us up for 10 years attempting to steal $5 million. They waited 7 years after the Supreme Court ruled unanimously against them in 2011 in said Supreme Court of Alabama case. They waited 7 years, and in 2018, they then hijacked our bank mortgage and began killing my family. They killed our chief financial officer, Roger Coit Chappell, August 31st, 2022, in this deadly multi-million-dollar land theft scheme. So notice, they attempted to rob us for $5 million by hijacking a jury. Then they began killing my family. My mother had a near fatal heart attack February 22nd, 2025, and that's after they stressed Brother Chappell to death, and he had a fatal heart attack August 31st, 2022. They began slandering us. That's the officials. That's the police of Albertville. It's documented in federal court. And let me say this about our federal court cases. They were dismissed for procedural errors because I'm not a federal attorney. They were not dismissed on their merit. And the case will be adjudicated in criminal court. So pray for these villains. I'll name the 11 primary unindicted co-conspirators. Number one is Governor Kay Ivey by way of tacit approval. Brother Chappell pled for his life to Governor Kay Ivey's office 3 times, and she allowed the raving wolves of Marshall County to tear Brother Chappell to pieces. Don't think for a minute the Attorney General did not know what had triggered it. We didn't. This began in 2018, and what you see in the video is what triggered it. What we term the $1 billion retail outlet development deal. Notice the traffic lights and turn lanes and street light poles that have recently been installed directly in front of the Monroe compound. And also notice the Academy Sports and Outdoors building that's under construction right there, and the Super Target retail outlet that's under construction right there. There will be other retail outlets built. Folks, we ask you to reach out to your federal friends. We ask you to contact, or I ask you to contact the FBI and report any information that you have regarding this deadly multi-million-dollar real estate theft tragedy in Marshall County by and for the corrupt officials of Alabama and Albertville City. So one more time, I'll name the 11 very quickly and we'll close it out. Number one is Governor Kay Ivey. Number two is Attorney General Stephen Troy Marshall, both by tacit approval, depraved indifference, dereliction of duty, deliberate blindness, and the like. And then you have Marshall County Circuit Judge Timothy Francis Riley that began sabotaging us in court immediately when this began. Then you have District Judge Mitch Floyd. Then you have Satanic Sheriff Phil Sims. Then you have mob boss Realtor Mayor Tracy Honey. Then you have City Attorney Jim Carnes and Albertville City Police Chief Thief Carty. And then there are 3 corporate executives. Number one is chiropractic Dr. John Allen Smith, located directly across Highway 75 from the Albertville City Police Department, who essayed me April 15th, 2019 at 12:18 p.m. Central Standard Time, USA. And then there's Liberty Bank President Chris Bailey of Albertville, Alabama, and Cadence Bank former Vice President Margaret Lacey of Gunnersville, Alabama. She lost her job over this. We ask that you keep these people in your prayers. They all have blood on their hands, and many of them will die behind bars. Most are over the age of 60, and a 30 to 40-year federal prison sentence will land them behind federal penitentiary bars for the rest of their natural-born lives. So again, please keep them in your prayers. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Contact the FBI. And I close with a plea. God, save my mother, Eugenia. God, save the United States of America. God, save humanity from greed, jealousy, financial and emotional rape and murder.